Hello again. Next segment of my World Cup group stages at a glance. We're going to talk about Group B: Spain, Holland, Chile, and Australia. To start off with the former world champions Spain, for most, even myself, a shock exit at the group stages. Not when you saw them play though. At a glance, Spain changed the game of football. Like anything, there are cyclical patterns of peaks and valleys of different trends and different styles, like fashion, let's say, what's in, what's out, just like fashion in that sense, like this is chic, this is in. Spanish type of football, tiki-taka, total football, whatever you want to call it, possession-based football. It was good because it caught the world by surprise. No one knew how to stop it. A false number 9 up top. Just possess and then be patient and find your way through the midfield and then score. Offense is the best defense, all of that. They changed football. It was brilliant what they did. 3-time champions, 2008, 2010, 2012, in the Euros twice, the Worlds once. On top of that, with that being said, you need to have the right personnel to execute that finite system. And in this World Cup, the players that did it 4 years ago and even 2 years ago are well past their prime, with the exception of maybe Iniesta. But you cannot have Sergio Busquets and Xavi in there and expect to be able to run this type of fast-paced, athletic offense. And on top of that, the back line was atrocious because they usually go forward as well because they could. So a lot of this kind of backfired, caught them by surprise. With the Spanish style, if you're the world's best, you're always going to have teams giving their all towards you to try and beat you because you are the world's best. So after a while, yeah, every great empire falls and every empire is broken down. In this case, it's the Spanish Empire. So what Spain should have done, in my opinion, was you have 3 up-and-coming good strikers, 2 in the Premier League, and Roberto Soldado in Tottenham, who had an iffy year, but given in the right situations, he was match fit and given in the right spots, like Spain, like to have crosses in the air, as they showed in this World Cup, into the box. Soldado, a great header on the ball, could have been a good talisman, better than a woeful Fernando Torres or not and fully fit Diego Costa, who's not even Spanish. Let's mention actually. On top of that, Alvaro Negredo, also a great pick. He's shown that he can do well at City, but at the same time, with being the English champions, unless you're making an instant impact when you go on the field with limited time, if you're not a regular starter, you're not going to play. So he kind of got lost match fitness that way. But I mean, 6 weeks to train, a good talisman up top again, a bigger version of Soldado, almost clinical, great in the air. He should have been selected as well. And then lastly, Fernando Llorente, the best of the 3, in my opinion, for Juventus, the Italian Serie A champions. A lot of good goals from him throughout the year. He definitely would have fit that bill great for to play up top, which they tried to do in the last 2 games because they realized the false number 9 did not work out. On top of that, Spain, great guys off the bench, Cesc Fabregas, Santi Cazorla. I mean, the list goes on and on. They should have absolutely been playing from the start to bring that faster pace and younger energy that comes in. It's a shame that they didn't get to play, and it's a shame that Spain are going out so early because it changes things up. You want to see the big guns in there in the knockout stage. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, it's good to see teams like Algeria and Switzerland and other minnows, even not minnows, excuse me, but like low-end teams like Nigeria as well, who actually showed a little bit of firepower. I'll give them that against Argentina, but I'll talk about that later. Next up, Holland, the kryptonite of the Spanish system. How so? Playing direct, athletic, pacey balls down the wings or even up through the middle when the play was on the outside for Spain. They showed that playing direct and having world-class talisman strikers that are athletic and can move is the best way to go, as has been the theme of this tournament so far. Arjen Robben and Robin Van Persie have been running the shows, 3 goals each from 3 games. Robin Van Persie rested in the last game, so 3-2 for Robin Van Persie. Really, really fun side to watch. Again, the Achilles heel that's always been for the Netherlands ever since Edgar Davids left like years ago, and Jaap Stam, was the defense. Young defenders. Ver had a nice header in the last game, but again, they're offensive. You need, in the latter stages, a good, solid back line. They can still prove it. I'm not doubting them just yet, but the Holland back line really need to step up if they want to make another cup run like they did in 2010. Chile, The another surprise package team in terms of the firepower they brought, also the kryptonite to Spain because they had the same approach as Holland. If it works, why change? Eduardo Vargas in the midfield, along with Alexis Sanchez, and then Arturo Vidal in the wings. Very menacing. If you have three classy wingers and midfielders like that, you can definitely take down teams. The back line, decent. I'll give him that. Same with the keeper. Fun team to watch again. The South American teams have lots of flair. Very athletic team as well, so they will be fun to watch. Interesting to see how far they will go. They are playing Brazil in the first round, and I think they can absolutely beat Brazil, as can Brazil beat them as well. So it'll be a flip of a coin for me almost, given the teams that are so inconsistent nowadays, they're hot or cold. So we'll see where it goes there. Australia, the final team. I was very heartwarmed to see the minnows of this group, the Whipping Boys, play as well as they did. In the first game against against Chile, they went down 2-0 and fought right back in at Cahill. Bleeds green and yellow, man. I mean, honestly, he very nice header in there, kept them in the game. They were fighting, couldn't poke in another one to get the point, get the draw. It was unfortunate. Second game against Holland, they beat the Dutch at their own game, basically. They were winning 2-1 for a while. Again, that sloppy back line and just a lack of quality against a Dutch team that has great firepower. It's unfortunate to see them lose 3-2 and have their tournament end. They were really a fun team to watch, especially just the heart and passion that they had. I loved the coach, Agni Postecoglou, I think is his name. He really had the Socceroos playing well. It's a shame that they went out so early, and hopefully he can go to his homeland of Greece and help them play that sort of inspired tactical football. Yes, the Greeks play with passion, but to play with passion and organized at the same time would be a great thing for that side. So that's it for Group B. I'll be coming with Group C momentarily.